A massive cat with a wild raccoon-like tail and dog-sized stature appears in folklore and rumor, but behind the legend lies real science, forgotten seafaring origins, and astonishing records. What turned a humble 19th century working cat into America's official state feline and the undisputed gentle giant of the cat world? The answers start by shattering the myths you thought you knew. Stories about Maine Coons often begin with tall tales. None is taller than the idea that these cats are part raccoon. The myth likely grew from their bushy ringed tails and rugged markings, but science draws a clear line. Cats and raccoons cannot interbreed. The genetic distance is simply too great. Instead, the real Maine Coon story starts in the cold coastal towns of 19th century Maine, where long-haired cats arrived on ships from Europe. Sailors needed mousers to protect grain and cargo, and over generations, these ship cats adapted to the harsh New England winters. One popular legend centers on Captain Charles Coon, a mariner who docked in New England ports with his long-haired cats. When kittens with especially thick coats and bushy tails began to appear, locals called them Coon's cats. While the captain's name may have stuck, records never confirm he was the sole founder. Genetic studies instead reveal a blend of European ship cats, possibly including Norwegian forest cats, and an extinct domestic breed. Their resemblance to other northern cats, like the Norwegian or Siberian forest cat, comes from convergent evolution, not direct ancestry. Each breed independently developed thick fur, tufted ears, and large paws to survive in snowy climates. By the mid-1800s, Maine Coons were a familiar sight on farms and docks, earning their keep as working cats. Their reputation grew, and in 1985, Maine recognized them as the official state cat. As one breed historian puts it, they're a product of nature and necessity, not fantasy or fairy tale. And the real Maine Coon is a testament to adaptation, not hybridization. Maine Coon cats stand apart from other breeds, not just in legend, but in sheer physical presence. Mature males typically weigh between 13 and 18 pounds, with some individuals surpassing 20 pounds. Females are generally lighter, ranging from 8 to 12 pounds. Even at the lower end, these cats outweigh most household breeds. Full-grown adults can stretch up to 40 inches from nose to tail, a length that rivals some small dogs. Their bodies are long, rectangular, and muscular, giving them a powerful yet balanced look. Signature features complete the picture. The tail is one of the most recognizable, long, bushy, and plume-like, often as wide as a human forearm and nearly as long as the cat's body. Ears are large and upright, tipped with lynx-like tufts that help insulate against the cold. Dense fur grows between the toes, forming snowshoe-like tufts that provide traction on icy ground. Maine Coons wear a double coat, a soft insulating underlayer, and a water-resistant top coat that thickens in winter and sheds out in warmer months. This coat is not only functional but also a visual hallmark, framing the face with a ruff and flowing down the sides and belly. Breed standards from organizations like the Cat Fanciers Association and the International Cat Association focus on overall balance and proportion rather than setting strict weight limits. The emphasis is on a natural, rugged appearance, never extreme for its own sake. These physical traits, shaped by generations in Maine's harsh climate, define the breed's unmistakable silhouette and prepare them for the next challenges of daily life. Maine Coons are famous for their gentle, sociable nature, a temperament that is as distinctive as their size. These cats do not just tolerate human company, they seek it out. Owners often describe their Maine Coons as loyal companions who follow them from room to room, ready to supervise every household task or curl up nearby for hours. Their affection is not limited to people either. Maine Coons are known for getting along well with children, dogs, and even other cats, making them a favorite in busy, multi-pet homes. What truly sets them apart, though, is their voice. Instead of the classic meow, Maine Coons communicate with an entire vocabulary of chirps and trills. A bird outside the window will trigger a rapid-fire series of chirps, high-pitched, almost musical notes that sound more like a songbird than a cat. Greeting their owners, they trill softly, a rolling sound that signals happiness and recognition. These vocalizations are not just background noise, They are a key part of how Maine Coons build relationships, using their voices to start conversations and respond to their humans. Owners often find themselves talking back, and it is not hard to imagine a Maine Coon answering in kind. Their intelligence and curiosity make them surprisingly trainable. Fetch is not just a dog's game in a Maine Coon household. With a little encouragement, these cats will chase, retrieve, and return toys, sometimes for as long as their owner is willing to play. One longtime owner recalls her Maine Coon bringing back a crumpled paper ball, dropping it at her feet, and chirping in anticipation until she threw it again. This playful streak keeps them active, and their love of interaction means they thrive on attention and mental stimulation. Their lively personalities and gentle manners create a bond that goes far beyond the ordinary cat-owner relationship. Maintaining a Maine Coon's coat is a hands-on ritual, not just a beauty routine. Their double coat, a dense underlayer topped by long, water-resistant guard hairs, demands regular attention to keep it healthy and mat-free. Most owners find that brushing 3 times a week strikes the right balance. Each session takes about 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the cat's size and patience. During spring and fall, when shedding peaks, daily brushing becomes essential to manage the thick undercoat and prevent mats from forming near the skin. A trio of tools forms the backbone of every grooming kit. Start with a wide-toothed comb to gently untangle any knots, especially around the belly, armpits, and behind the ears. Next, a slicker brush smooths the top coat and removes loose fur, helping distribute natural oils for a glossy finish. For stubborn mats, a dematting tool or rake can break up tangles without pulling at the skin. Always work from the skin outward, following the direction of hair growth. Grooming isn't limited to brushing. Weekly nail trims keep claws manageable, especially since Maine Coons use their size and paws in play. Their tufted ears require a monthly check for debris or moisture and a gentle wipe if needed. Dental care is just as important. Weekly toothbrushing or daily dental chews help reduce plaque, a concern in large breed cats. While Maine Coons tolerate water better than most cats, baths should be occasional and followed by thorough drying to avoid chilling the thick undercoat. Diet plays a supporting role in coat health. High protein, meat-based foods fuel muscle mass and keep fur strong. Portion control is key because overfeeding can lead to obesity, which stresses joints and increases the risk of health problems. For kittens, slow, steady growth is safer than rapid weight gain. A stimulating environment rounds out daily care. Tall cat trees, puzzle feeders, and interactive toys keep Maine Coons physically and mentally active, channeling their curiosity and energy in positive ways. Supervised outdoor time on a leash or in a secure enclosure lets them experience fresh air safely while protecting their well-being and satisfying their adventurous spirit. Genetic health risks demand attention for anyone considering a Maine Coon. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, or HCM, stands as the breed's most common inherited heart disease. The MIBC3 mutation identified in Maine Coons can cause the heart muscle to thicken silently. Echocardiograms, ultrasound scans of the heart are the only way to catch HCM before symptoms appear. Many cats show no signs until the disease is advanced, making annual screening essential. A board-certified veterinary cardiologist says that an echocardiogram is recommended every year for breeding cats and ideally for all Maine Coons starting by age 2. Spinal muscular atrophy, or SMA, is another concern. This genetic disorder causes progressive muscle weakness and can be detected with a simple DNA test. A responsible breeder screen for both HCM and SMA and will provide documentation. With a typical lifespan between 9 and 15 years, early screening is the strongest safeguard against heartbreak. Choosing a Maine Coon means doing your homework. Start by asking breeders for pedigree documentation, clear genetic test results for HCM and SMA, and recent echocardiogram reports. A reputable breeder welcomes questions, provides a written health guarantee, and is open about their breeding practices. Watch for red flags such as missing paperwork, no health screening, or reluctance to answer detailed questions. A responsible breeder limits litters, socializes kittens in the home, and offers ongoing support if issues arise. For many, adoption is a rewarding option. Maine Coon rescues screen cats for health and temperament, often providing medical records and guidance. As one rescue director puts it, adoption gives a second chance to a cat in need and peace of mind to the family that opens its door. Whether you buy or adopt, insist on transparency and documentation. That is the foundation of a healthy start. Every year, Maine Coon ownership rises, and so do demands for ethical breeding and informed care. With genetic screening now standard, their future rests on choices we make today. These gentle giants depend on us to protect their health and legacy. What responsibility will we choose to carry?